What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the second channel. We've got an Enderman here. What the hell is going on? What a weird start to a video. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the second channel. It's me, XavvoMore, and we're here with part, I believe, 37 to XavvoMore's Mystical World. What a lovely morning it is here indeed. I mean, this Enderman's having a lot of fun right now. But yeah, today's video is going to be kind of interesting because what we're going to be doing is, of course, building this room here, because we've had a empty space in here for a long time. We've had all these doors caved out and we've given them all a different room, but this room, we've not given it any purpose yet. So what we're doing today is we're actually going to be making an alchemy room, because we actually did last video go to the Nether. We killed some blazes and we actually got a brewing stand and we got some blaze rods. So I figured now would be the perfect time that we advance our world and make an alchemy room so we can keep potions, because we actually do have, I think, a potion or some sort of spell that we've put inside of the library in here, and it's just been kind of sat in this chest for a while. So we've got Bottle of Enchanting, and we've also got some other spells that we found along our way in this world. So I figured now would be a great time to give them a place to put. You know, we could have some nice shelves, we could have a place to brew all our spells, and it'll be a really cool video. So I think this is going to be a nice feature as well for our world. And the only thing I'm a little bit worried about is this is underneath the farm. So I'm really hoping now if I break this, nothing's going to fall through. And there we go. Yep, there's stuff falling through. So I think what we're going to have to do here is we're actually going to have to dip the room down quite a bit. So a bit like the cinema and a bit like kind of upstairs actually with the furnace room, it has a bit of a step down. I think that's what we're going to have here when you come in here. It's going to have to be a step down. That way we're not having any water hazards from above. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't think the water above us from the farm is gonna be a problem. It actually kind of adds to the atmosphere. I mean, listen to it. The liquid water sounds actually sounds as if there's something brewing in this room, when it isn't even this room, it's the water above from the farm, which I think is kind of cool. That's actually worked out kind of nicely in a way. We're definitely gonna have to keep this part like that. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the roof here though. We're gonna do cobble. Actually, you know what? Last video, I think, or one of the videos before, we started to experiment with stones and we started smelting a bunch of different stuff to see what they would make, and we actually in the process ended up making some stone bricks. I think now would be the time to make a really cool roof, so I think we're going to make it out of stone bricks, proper alchemy style. You know, every single alchemist has a lovely stone brick lair. So I think we have a stone cutter that we got a few videos ago. Can we make anything with that? No, I think we've got to smelt it first. So this is actually going to be a bit of a challenging video, this one. It's going to take a lot of different smelting to get this stuff done. I thought a blast furnace would smelt this stuff quicker. Maybe I'm thinking of ores. I think it's ores you put in there to smelt quicker. So what we're going to do is smelt a bunch of these into stone, and we're going to turn it into stone brick. And in the meantime, I should say, we're actually going to also start caving out the rest of what is going to be the alchemy room. So let's just let those smelt away, get at it, you know. An alchemy room does not need to be that big by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, we've got some coal. That's cool. I'll actually make back some coal whilst we're at it. I don't really know any alchemy rooms that are that big, because you're really only putting spells in them and you're only brewing spells inside of them, or keeping potions in them, I should say. So it's really not necessary. So let's just yeah, cave all this out, and I'm going to speed this bit up. Okay, so now we've actually caved out the entirety of what is going to be this room. So what I've actually made sure to do is, obviously for one thing, this dimensionally is about 11 blocks along, so it's an odd number, which is perfect, because if it comes to like placing chests and stuff, we can have a nice space between them. And I've also made sure to make this 11 blocks this way. Now, the only other thing I need to make sure is that if we're going to actually keep it 4 blocks wide this way, I actually need to preferably remove this wall as well, because this is going to be a replaced wall. I've actually just figured out that the reason we can hear so much water is not actually because of the farm. There's literally water like over here because the farm is right next to a lake. It's next to the ice lake, isn't it? And underneath the ice lake is of course water. So that's what we can hear. We can actually hear the water from underneath the ice. It appears right now I can't hear it. Until I get to here. Until I get to below the farm part, I can hear it. And then when I get over to this end, nearer to the lake, I can hear it. So it's really, really jarring, that. Like, some parts of the alchemy room are going to be oddly quiet, and other parts are going to just sound like they're flowing with water. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that. But as you can see, this is the pickle of having your world based around a lake. Our entire house is just structured around a lake. Look at this. This is horrendous. Look at how much water we got here. You know what? Actually, I have got an idea. We could make, because you know how at first I was planning to have like the library with a see-through glass window thing, like a little aquarium-esque feature inside of it. I'm thinking we do that for the actual alchemy room. I think for the alchemy room, we should have a water feature so we can see out into the lake. That is going to be really cool, especially whilst you're brewing and you can just see some really cool sea life swimming past the window, perhaps. It seems the most fitting as well because alchemy rooms are based off liquids, right? You're brewing, making liquids. Why not look at more liquids out of the fucking window? Through the wall. It could be quite therapeutic, you know, as you're doing your spells and you're brewing like a good old witch or a wizard would. Maybe, you know, remind ourselves of the world around us. Because I swear to God, every single alchemist, wizard or whatever, or mad scientist as they call them, they are mad for a reason. They probably spend too much time for their own good inside of their little alchemy chamber, inside their little brewing station, just making stuff that they actually go insane. Well, I know with mad scientists especially, it's because they sit around making weird inventions and not actually getting sleep because they're too focused on creating whatever the hell they're creating, you know, like a Frankenstein type of thing. Alright, let's see how these are doing. So these are actually all finished. We've got 24, no, 24, sorry, 64. 64 of both of those. That is a crazy amount. Oh, let's see how much we can make here. What can we make? So, stone bricks. Whoa, what the fuck? It's disappeared. That's a very funky noise. Oh my god. Perfect. 64 of that. We've got 4 extra here. And let's turn all these in as well. So, yeah, this is super satisfying. There's something about smelting loads of stuff and crafting loads of stuff in Minecraft that always just makes me so giddy. It's like, the satisfaction of this. Fuck yeah. Look at all that. So now we're going to head back down here and we're going to kind of start paving out and designing the inside. The only trouble is I didn't want the roof to be right here because I kind of wanted it to be up here, but our issue is up there. And I'm probably now going to have to fix that. Yeah, see what I mean? Just shovel that again. It looks like we are going to have to kind of dip things in here tightly, which is going to be annoying. So if the wall is going to be here, what's the wall going to be made of? I didn't really think of that either. What's the wall going to be made of? We could make the whole thing out of stone bricks, but part of me actually kind of wants to have something a little bit like sandstone or whatnot. So I think what we'll do is we'll make some sandstone and we can probably turn it into cut sandstone. Yeah, I don't know if you can make smooth sandstone, like just completely smooth sandstone, if that's even a thing, because I used to see people do that in Minecraft 10 years ago even, and I think it was mods. So I guess we're going to find out. We haven't really got a lot of sandstone, so that's kind of going to be a bit of a pickle. Let's see. Can we create smoother sandstone than this? Wow, that's all we're getting. It's just smooth cut sandstone. Okay. Right, well, we've got 23. Let's just see how that looks first before we, you know, stick to it, because you never know what it's going to look like. So, I mean, part of this is not even going to be the wall anyway. Part of this is going to be aquarium-like stuff, isn't it? We're not going to have to use as many blocks as maybe I perhaps thought we were going to use. This in the wall's going to be wood, right? Because it's the inside of the house. So some of it could be wood, some of it could be sandstone. You know, a nice little harmony of the two things. Doesn't hurt anybody, I guess. Replace this with wood. As you guys probably already know, if you've been around on this channel for a while, watching these videos, I improv all of these. I think it's more natural to improv stuff, which I know sometimes planning stuff ahead can make things look really cool and whatnot. But I personally find that when I improv stuff, it kind of comes out better than I would expect it to, than if I was to plan. Because it's just natural, you know what I mean? So let's see how far we can really push that. Okay, so it can go as far as that before it hits the farm water. The roof actually has just enough space to kind of dip in before we start actually doing anything crazy with it. So I'm going to fill this in right here. There we go. So this is going to go in with stone like that. I mean, look, that's really a tight squeeze there. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I guess it looks kind of cool. Like, you come in and the roof is right here and you're looking straight down into your lovely little lab. This is going to go in as well. I need to put some dirt in there. Fill that in as well. Right, so we've actually run out there. So let's actually kind of plan out as well where we're going to put this aquarium. I think it's going to maybe be on the corners, but I'm not really sure. Like, because I don't know if it can really sit perfectly in the middle of the room. Because there's a lot of farming and other crap just kind of dumped underneath her. How are we doing with glass? Oh, yeah, we've got loads of glass. Holy shit. It would have been helpful if I had more sandstone. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here with this. So if we shovel this all in, we could start it here, actually. It looks a bit goofy because we could actually see the upstairs area through here. Hang on, we can remove some of this, some of the seabed. Look at that, it's all level now. That's actually really pretty. Okay, we might add that bit afterwards, the underneath part. Let's just focus on creating the feature first. Okay, let's see how this looks. Oh, now isn't that lovely? Mmm, delicious. Now, I'm not normally one to describe stuff like this as delicious. Right, remove that. Level this bit out as well. So some of it, you will actually see the seabed and whatnot kind of like lumping into the walls. So I'm going to kind of try to level out it a little bit more just so it looks a bit nicer. Go up here as well, fill that in. That is really cool. I'm actually really digging it. I'm not completely destroying my farm, I promise. It's actually kind of nice as well that I don't need to go to a crafting table to make sandstone or smooth cut sandstone. I can literally just do it right from the luxury of my hands. The luxury of my hands, whatever that means. This is going to be wood here, I think, around the window features. I actually could just do that in general, have these as like support beam parts of the room. So like, you know, feature changes. We're actually going to have to do a fuck ton of sand mining as well in today's video, which I will speed up as well for the sake of your sanity, guys, because this is really not going to be enough either. We're right underneath the farm. I just kind of want to see what this looks like from above. No, that's ice. Shit, I thought that was water. Wait, hang on, can I not go through any of this? This is all ice. This is actually all ice. I could just remove the sand from under here. I mean, who's noticing, right? Other than you guys being complete witnesses to this, it's not like anyone's gonna notice. It won't hurt anyone. Let's craft that, and we've got another 8 smooth cut sandstone. Right, I'm gonna just fill this in. So if this is 3 blocks in, I should probably do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, and then have that be wood instead. Because that actually looks kind of cool. Yeah, I think we'll just do that. That looks a lot better. So we're obviously going to have to get a bunch of wood now as well. Wow, just like KSI's hairline, this fucking woods is just moving further and further back, just receding away. I need to do something about that. Like, I need to actually start planting more saplings. That is not good for the preservation of our forest at all. Right, let's start planting a bit more spruces around here. God damn it. Bring the life back. I mean, we can't really do much at the moment in terms of planting, but... Right, we've got 27. We're going to have to head to bed, aren't we? And we're also going to have to get some more sand as well once we get up, so...
A few minutes later.
Right, we found some sand that we can start destroying. I love just tearing up every beach I can find in this world. I love leaving massive potholes around. Right, we've got 64 and 59. Is that going to cut it? I'm hoping it should, because I don't really want to have to go and get any more after this. Part of me has a feeling it's not going to be enough, just somehow. Just from mining all that sand, we've only gotten about 20, 30 more of it. That's not really great. Looks like we're going to have to break up even more beaches. I apologize to all the beaches out here. What up, beaches? Ha ha ha. You get it? You get it? It's funny, right? Well, we got this massive hole just left there. Always good, you know, to leave some mess around my terrain. You know what we'll probably do? We'll start digging more around further away from our house. So over time, we'll probably just find beaches to dig up that are nowhere near my house, so I don't actually have to worry about them. Are you kidding me? No more shovels? Right, I'm going to have to head back and get some more shovels as well. Oh, damn, we've got some more sand here as well that we can remove. Damn, look at all that smooth stone. Cut sandstone, as they call it. Look at all this. We're going to have a real job as well coming back to fill all these holes in. I mean, think of all the poor people who could run into these holes and break their legs. You know, what a real shame that would be. Maybe we could, like, set them up into little booby traps. So maybe if Emanon comes back to my world, wherever the hell he is, he could even be following me right as we speak. Just, he could be watching me anyway. You know, he could just fall into one of them and break his legs. That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? You know, hopefully he doesn't watch these videos, because he would not be finding me funny right now, laughing at him. Let's continue with our escapade. Is that what they would call it? I actually kind of realized as well that I haven't really been building with, like, the spruce wood kind of, like, log design. You know, like in the furnace room, I had, like, these beams on the roof, and I think that would look kind of more realistic as well for, like, a alchemy room to have those wooden beams on the roof. It looks characteristic. So I'm wondering as well how wide I'm going to do this, because look, half of it goes into the farm. We'll just have it as like a little corner feature. Glass, there we go. And then this here is going to be wood. Boom. So, we've got that bit figured out. Now, I'm just hoping the rest of this is going to kind of piece up together nicely, because this comes up to the doorway. Hang on. 1, 2... Wait, hang on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fuck, I've wasted some glass, boys. That needs to be there. And then this bit needs to be sandstone. Alright, there we go. I was going to say that did not really add up to my maths whatsoever when I was looking at the door frame. That's the water feature we have here. Nothing crazy big, but it'll look nice. And then this here is going to be, of course, smooth cut sandstone. And then this bit here is going to be wood as well. See how this is figured out, guys? See how it's worked out? I am a genius when it comes to improvisation. I guess this could be our shelving corner. Or we could just have our work system over here, and this will be the shelving area. Yeah, so this goes in here. And then this goes up. So that's the wall bit. And then that goes up. And then this goes 1, 2, 3. Alright, just fill this in up here. Boom. Right, so that's our actual walls done for the room. We might just even have the whole roof just at this kind of level. Why not have the roof 4 blocks high? I don't know. Wait, hang on. We're actually going to have to, aren't we? Because, yeah, the thing's above there. So we could even remove some of the walls whilst we're at it, because we don't need this much wall height, I suppose. I mean, we could actually keep this block here, because we're going to have a nice gradient into the roof above us. You'll see what I mean. We'll use the stairs to make things look real nice and transitional between the blocks. I pay attention to these details, you see. So above here, we'll probably border this out with wood. That way, when you actually are looking up through the glass from a below position, you'll actually see this nice finish. This can be removed as well, because you're not going to see that. So can all this. Save ourselves some blocks for the future. Yeah. Is that a fucking pigman? Are you kidding me? A pigman has come through our portal again. Can you hear that? Brother, what are you doing? We could name him. We could name this guy. I'm going to call him Berto. Hello, Berto. Berto the Pigman. You could sit in here and guard our portal for us. Thank you, Berto. Yeah, we got a new friend. That was not expected, but we've got a new Minecraft friend. I'll make sure not to punch him, because that will only backfire. Right, this comes in, and then we want to turn some of these into stairs, don't we? So, we've got the basic would you even call it the logistics? The base planning kind of figured out. The rest of it is just going to be what we fill into this area, the contents of the room. Right, and then this all gets filled in. It looks all lovely. Now, yeah, it's going to look a bit funky at first, you know, to get used to, you guys, you know, the roof being partly sloping. But I think it looks kind of cool. It can give the room a bit of character. Wow, would I get more efficiency out of using the stone cutter than using a crafting table? Because I think the stone cutter actually turns pretty much every single block you put into it into the equivalent amount of stairs or whatever block you're converting it to. With the crafting table, it'll turn like 64 blocks into like 30-something. We could drop the floor again, I suppose. Right? In congruence with the stair roof. If you get what I mean. You get what I mean if you've got big brains. So this is going to go down a bit further. That way it's going to look a little bit more appealing to the eyes. I'm not going to lie. 3 block roofs used to cut it for me in the past. I used to find them nice enough to look at because it was one block higher than the actual player. But now I just feel like it doesn't feel spacious enough. It feels like I could still hit the roof, even though I'm not actually scraping my head on the roof as the character that I'm playing. So, I don't know. I just feel like it looks more spacious, especially with all the other rooms. We've had them like 4 blocks high. Right. Okay, so now we're going to move these down a block. Should we leave the floor bit, like the bottom bit, stone level, though? I actually think that looks kind of cool, in a way. Like having a stone thing, or a different block to sandstone, coating the bottom. It looks kind of neat. Like, I'm thinking either we could go with stone, or we could do, like, smooth stone, or something fancier. We could do, like, andesite or whatnot. We'll just go with andesite. Because, look, it's kind of similar with the sandstone. It's got the same kind of blockiness to it. And, yeah, this is all going to come down as well into glass. It's going to be kind of weird considering that's literally the seabed there, actually. So we could cave out some of that. Kind of make it look a bit scenic. Boom. There we go. Look, it looks like the seabed is kind of, like, crumbling in around the window. That's cool. I like that. Do we even have enough andesite to keep building that? Oh, you can make andesite with diorite and cobblestone. You learn something every day. I think we actually have some more andesite as well in a chest upstairs, if I'm not wrong. Wow, not even the floor's loading, and it's doing the same shit it does in the cinema. What we're going to do with the floor, though? We're going to do wood? If we have the door on the inside, I guess we'll have to make that wood, won't we? Ah, we've got some polished andesite right there. And we actually have a bunch load of just normal andesite. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. We can even use this in later projects as well if we need it. Probably will want to have the whole room kind of be a bit more spacious than this. We need as much room in here as possible to make as many spells as possible. An alchemist's work is never done. It's kind of nice as well to see the room go from that height all the way up to a longer height over here. Something about that just looks neat. Maybe it's some sort of inner architect kind of mentality for me. Because fun fact about me, if you didn't know, you probably don't know this. I don't think anyone knows this on my YouTube channel. But growing up, one of the things I always wanted to be as a kid was an architect, and it was because of Minecraft. I'm not even gonna lie, it was Minecraft that did it, and I don't know what made me think Minecraft would be anything like real life, but there you go. I always kind of thought that would be a cool idea. It was that or a builder. Again, you can see how both of these stemmed from Minecraft somehow. Part of me has that architect kind of mindset where I see like sloping builds and stuff, and I think they look really crafty and interesting. We've actually got some more coal in here. Should I get that as well before we fill this all in? Because I think we're going to need that. We're going to need as much coal as we can get in this world. I would feel pretty stupid hiding this underground and forgetting it's here this whole time. Wow, he's making a lot of noise. Berto, can you shut the fuck up, please? I know you're excited to be in another realm. I know you're missing your pigmen friend, but you've got me now. Andesite. Lovely. Alright, so now let's figure out the floor. I think the floor was going to be the same stuff as well. So where have I put that? Stone bricks. Oh, wow. What happened to the rest of the stone bricks? Oh, that kind of sucks. I thought we'd have a bit more of it. Should remove the floor.
1 minute later.
Right, let's go smelt a bunch of these into stone bricks. So let's just put 64 of those in there. There we go. And we'll do the same in here. We'll put another 64 just in case. Whilst all that smelts, I'm going to put a bunch of this cobblestone away now, and I think I'm also going to design the stairs, and we're also going to start getting our stuff together to put on the inside of the room in general. We've got a ominous bottle we can put inside of there. We've got barrels. They will be very fitting, because it'll look like ale barrels or something you put inside of there. You've got, oh, splash potion of weakness. Very cool. So the stairs, I think, is going to be also made out of andesite. And, yeah, this is going to be our floor level, so... Right, this is already filling in, actually, a lot of the space. I was expecting we're going to need an absolutely absurd number of blocks. Oh, that's annoying. Andesite, just to make it look kind of nice. And I'm thinking as well, because of, like, this massive drop here, we'll have, like, some kind of, like, wooden beams or something cool going on here. I'm not sure if we're going to just go all the way up with them like this. We could do that. That looks kind of nice. Hopefully... it's enough. It actually is enough. Oh my god, that's nuts. I'm really trying to, like, get crafty with this interior design, as you can see. Right, have we got... yes, let's try some fences. Let's just see what fences look like for a second. Because that looks kind of... it looks alright in a way. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like the idea of having something going on up here. Like that. I don't know if we could actually even make this higher than the other rooms, or we could actually just design the other ones to look more like correspondent with it, so it doesn't look as awkward. Oh my god, we got 2 pigmen! We've got Berto and Bob! Guys, don't invite any more of your friends, I swear to God. I swear to God, I don't need more of you in here. It is getting out of hand. It is getting out of hand. I don't want you to invite any more of your stinking friends around here. It's enough work trying to keep 2 of them out of the doorway. I might even have to put them on leashes. Imagine that, putting my friends on leashes. Sounds like some slavery shit. But I will do it. I will do it if this is what it's coming to. Because they're going to be blocking that damn door, and I don't want them escaping into the world. Can you imagine pigmen escaping into my world, impregnating all of the animals, making crossbreed animal humans? It sounds kind of cool, but it isn't. Imagine they start fighting back. That is when it gets serious. I'm absolutely not risking that. Crossbreeding ass shit. Stupid. Maybe I sound like the crazy one here for suggesting such a thing could even happen, but you won't be laughing when it happens. Let's just say that. You guys will not be laughing. Okay, let's hope that's enough. Huh? Where'd they gone? No! Berto! Bob! They've gone! I thought Berto and Bob would be some really cool features for our world, some very cool friends, but it appears they're not. They're gone already. I've always thought these rooms look really weird, just like they are. So I think I was always kind of going to fix these at some point, like it was guaranteed going to happen. It literally just looks bizarre and out of place that I had 2-block high frames around the doors with nothing above them, because most people just kind of surround the whole things, you know, make them look a bit more interesting. Yeah, it looks nice. Wait, we can remove that. I might be cooking here, boys. You know, a little bit of headspace before you come into here. And that as well is also removable. This is underneath the stair. We could blend that in like that or something. There we go. Very cool. Look at that. It looks actually kind of neat from the inside. Now, let's actually fill in the rest of this floor. So 64 should, in theory, fill all this in. Let's see if I'm right. Watch it be, like, just not the right amount. Oh my god, are you serious? Ah! Man, I'm kind of upset we lost Berto and Bob. They were going to be some really cool friends we were going to have there in this world. And then they despawned. You know, these things do happen. I experience this all the time. You know, I leave my brother's rooms and they despawn. It happens all the time. You guys wouldn't believe me if I told you, but it really does happen. And it's just the experience of being the main character. I'm really hoping we're not going to have to make too much here, because I really haven't even designed the inside of this, and this video is really long. It'll be a wonder if I get this down to 20-ish minutes alone, with speed-ups and other cuts. Literally, I don't normally have this much video to go through. It'll be a wonder if I can, but I'll do my very best. Let's turn the last of these into stone bricks. We've got 28. Right, that has to be enough now. I'm sorry. That has to be enough for this floor and for the surrounding bits underneath the glass window. Right, the outsides here. Unless we just do it out of andesite. Yeah, screw it. We'll do that out of andesite. At least it'll blend a bit better into the stone seabed compared to, like, using actual indoor blocks like these, stone bricks. Right, there we go. So that is actually the inside of this place, ready to go. It could be kind of cool to come down, it's dark, and then you step into the light room. It looks like some shit out of Amnesia. If you've played Amnesia The Dark Descent, you'll know there's like a alchemy room, and it's very dark, and you come down into it, and there's some torches you can light, and I think that looks really cool. And here is actually the perfect place to stack our barrels. That's where we'll put our barrels, down here. See, I have thought this thing through without realizing I was thinking it through. I am a genius. Can we just give us some credit here? Pat on the back. And then the work surfaces will be as well sandstone. We could do that. What we'll do is we'll put the brewing stand here. We're going to actually, yeah, we're going to need chests. That's one thing. We'll make another barrel as well. We've got 4 chests here, right? Could do something like that. That would also mean they're removing the roof here so we can actually have the ability to still open. Oh, we've got 1 block. That is perfect. See? Now we can open that into the roof. And we're going to put our other barrel. We could put that just here for now. Keep all the brewing stands all here. So we can have a bunch of brewing stands all in a row. Here will be the chests, and then here will be like item frames. That is going to be the plan, I think. So we need to make some item frames. They're a bit tricky to make. You do need a lot of leather to make item frames. And I don't think we actually have any more leather on us. Oh, we could use a cauldron. Yeah, we need to put a cauldron in there. We can put a trapdoor over it. We could have item frames above it, or in this case, we could just leave this one as like a pantry kind of thing. I'm not even really sure. We don't have to have item frames on both walls. This will be where the item frames are. But I think for now, we'll put our potions into these chests and whatnot. And we'll put our blaze rods and stuff in here. We could actually even just turn those blaze rods into blaze powder. So we've got them at the ready for when we need to start using them. So put those in there. We're just going to need to make a lot more brewing stands and stuff, which will probably take a lot more of us going to the nether and whatnot. All right, I'm going to head upstairs. We're going to get a door. Now, let's just check. Is that on the right side? Wait, that door handle's facing that way, right? Well, I had these doors on the... What's going on there? These are all on the inside, and this one's on the outside. I didn't even realize that. Is that like a mistake that I accidentally made with this room? That's weird. Hang on. Right, I fixed that problem. I don't know why the hell I had it like that. Right, this is going to be one of those tests of all times. Can we get the door to face the right way? Damn, we did it. Yeah, we did it. Right, now, the last thing I'm going to try and squeeze into this already long video is hopefully getting some of these cows bred and getting some leather off them. We can only hope, right? We can only hope we'll actually get some leather off these guys, because I swear to God, this game punishes me. It doesn't give me any leather. It's always giving me a bit of meat, or it's giving me jack shit. It's terrible. You start breeding, you little incestuous beasts. Go on. Go at it. Yeah, I've not let you guys breed for a while. Aren't I thoughtful? Come on, keep making more babies. If you can make more, just do it. No! We've had a chicken out! Chicken escape! No! I will get you back in there, my friend. You're not leaving. You're not hanging out with the big old cow friends. That's not how this works. Get your ass back in there. Come on. Come on, chicken. Get back in here. What the hell is wrong with you? Over here. Oh, we've got 4 eggs. Okay, let's slaughter a bunch of them. We got some leather. More leather. Nice. Free leather. Come on. Oh! Okay. 6 leather. Not bad. We can actually make, I think, 6 item frames with that, if I'm not wrong. So we can actually now eat some fucking meat for once, and not just eat the vegetarian's fucking diet. Goodness. Thank you, cows. Your murders went to some good use. Let's light this up properly. I never really did actually light these up properly down here. Boom. Lovely. All lit up. And here, we're going to put our item frames. I think we'll actually put some of these as our decorations. We'll put that in there, because we don't really want to have to use that, let's be honest. Like, that's a last resort if we're having to use ominous spells on people. Bottle of enchanting, we'll put that in there. We'll think of putting something else in there. But I think this is going to be the general start to our lovely little alchemy room. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to drop a big like on this video. It's greatly appreciated. Helps the video in the algorithm. I really do appreciate as well all the support we've been getting on these recent videos. It's been absolutely insane. We've gained so many new subscribers, and we're well on our way to 100 subscribers. So please do consider subscribing if you like the content. Like me as a person, I don't know. I always appreciate when people prefer my personality over the content. It makes things a bit better for watching experience. So other than that, thank you again. Leave a comment if you want to help as well with the algorithm. And other than that, thank you again, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Bye, guys.